another episode of Conversations and Connections. We're the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart Burson, the prevention coordinator for the agency. And today we have several folks with us from Lufkin ISD. Specifically, they're here today to talk with us about the ACE program. And we'll find out about what all that is. The Family Crisis Center is fortunately taking part in that as well. So it's a rare occasion to have so many guests on the podcast. 3, which is extraordinary, but it's awesome. I'm going to introduce the first person, and I'll have her introduce everyone else. We have Sheila Adams with us, the Executive Director of Communications for Lufkin ISD. Thank you, Sheila.
Good morning.
For coming by and bringing all these lovely folks with you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we are in the room with experts in their field. I am thrilled to be here today with Gail McCarty. She is the the project director, and she's actually been with Lufkin ISD since 2013. So she knows her stuff, let me tell you.
Okay.
And then we've got Tamara Anguiano, and she's our family engagement specialist. She's actually been with Fort Worth ISD for 10 years, and she is quadrilingual, which could very well come in handy.
Wow.
So we are thrilled to be here today with these ladies, and I'm going to turn it over to Mary Gail and let her explain to you a little bit about what the program is.
Well, yeah, and Mary Gail, you're probably the person who I've had the most contact with
yes.
since we've been involved with the program. So if you would, let's first of all just kind of talk about what the ACE program is, what ACE stands for. That's an acronym, obviously.
Yes.
And what does that stand for, and what's the ACE program all about?
The Texas ACE program actually stands for Afterschool Centers on Education. And this is a grant that our district just applied for and received recently. And it is to provide after-school services for children that's free. And we have it on all 5 of our primary campuses and all 5 of our elementary campuses. And so that's grades kindergarten through 5th grade. And we are just having a blast. We got started around September the 27th, and we've been going full force ever since.
Yeah, Awesome. So I guess, one of my questions is going to be the need for a program like this in the community. I don't know if anything like this has ever been tried before, but coordinating such a big effort, there is 10 campuses involved in this program. Obviously, there was a need that was seen to have something like this.
Absolutely.
In our community.
And I'll take that question. Basically, when you look at Lufkin, we are 84% economically disadvantaged. And so when you think about how many students that is across our district, that's quite a lot. And so what's great about this program is it's no cost. It's no cost to parents. And it's a $7.5 million program, federal program. So that money is being pumped into this community, and we're able to put that out to our students in the form of, after school programs. And it's just amazing, and it's such a good thing for our community. It puts that money into our community, but not only that, we can put that value back into our students. And so it meets our students' needs, and it makes parent connections as well.
So what goes on in the after-school program? I can tell you a little bit about what we do. As an agency, we come in, we try to make something fun, talk about students, about healthy relationships, and about, we're going to talk to them at one point about bullying, healthy friendships, the importance of consent, things like that. But what all does the program entail? A typical day for these kids after school, what do they do?
Yeah, well, let's start with our goals of our program. The things that we are striving to do, we're trying to help the academic side for the kids, because we know there has been some slides in learning due to COVID. So we want to try to fill that learning gap. And so we do focus on the academic side. So we're trying to increase their academics. We are trying to promote positive behavior. That's one side. Another thing is we are trying to decrease absences. So we're trying to increase the attendance. That's another one of our, and then another very, very important part is trying to engage families. So there's a big piece of that as well. So those are sort of our goals of the program. So a typical day for one of our students is they gather and they are able to have a snack. Snacks are provided for the kids. And then they will be released into groups. We have small groups because we have a 15-to-1 ratio. So that means 15 students to one adult per adult. And that adult might be a certified teacher, or it might be a paraprofessional, or it could be a paid staff member who's outside of the district, or sometimes we also have volunteers that come in and help us out.
Yeah.
And so we start out, the kids will have an academic piece. So right now that looks different on all the campuses, and we are working hard because we just got off the ground. We're trying to implement some different things.
Right.
It could look like homework help. It could look like some extra tutoring. Our district has just purchased some new curriculum to help out that will be rolled out soon. So that's for about 45 minutes. They'll get an academic piece. For the second 45 minutes, there's an enrichment piece. So that could look like a program like yours coming in, a community program coming in and helping us out and enhancing in some way. It could look like an enrichment activity. It could be something like we have Legacy Institute is coming in and teaching the students how to play chess, which has been very interesting. I doubted that they could teach kindergartners how to play chess, but they have proven me wrong. They are loving it. Some of the kids, they're telling us they're going out and buying their own chess boards and
that's
playing
great.
at home and playing with friends. And I was pleasantly surprised about teaching them how to play chess. And they will also, in the springtime, teach them some financial literacy classes that are based on their grade levels as well.
Yeah.
We have some other activities going on. On some of the campuses, they're learning sign language. Some of them, they're doing, it might look like Lufkin Parks and Recreation are going to be coming in soon, and they'll be bringing in some of their activities, like maybe Zumba or basic sports skills, or we are just, the sky's the limit. We are looking for creative enrichment activities daily. And like I said, it looks different on every single campus. Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's interesting also, you mentioned, and I was going to ask this later in the show, but we'll go ahead and talk about this. This isn't only benefiting the students, you're also trying to get parental involvement.
Yes, absolutely.
Parents involved in this as well. How do you plan on doing that?
Yes, I will let Tamara answer that question because she is our family engagement specialist, and she's been working very, very hard on trying to bring our families into our schools.
Well, great.
Well, thank you. So, first of all, I actually want to thank you for everything that you're doing.
I'm going to ask you to scoot that microphone up just a little bit to you. There you go. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you for everything you're doing. I got to watch you over at Curdy the other day doing one of your sessions there with the kids, and they were really, really engaged and having an exciting time. So I wish we had programs like yours when I was a kid. So anyway, my role as a family engagement specialist, research shows that over and over again that family engagement is one of the most important predictors of child development and their success in school and life. And the right kind of school-family connections, those that build the relationships, listening, welcoming, and shared decision-making, produce so many benefits for kids. Higher GPA, better test scores, better attendance, enrollment in more challenging courses, better social skills, improved behavior at home. So my role is kind of like the cultural liaison. It's about building relationships and building trust with the families. It's assisting families in navigating or interpreting the cultural paradigm of how schools operate. It's activities including translation, facilitating family access to information, and promoting skill development that enables families to advocate for their children within school systems, and also the referral activities to different community agencies and support groups, medical care, legal help, and clothing, transportation. The sky's the limit.
Sure. Okay, awesome. So this program, y'all were able to get this program through a grant, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Was that a very competitive piece to this?
Yes, I was actually not part of the grant, writing the grant.
Right.
I was hired after they received the grant. So like I said, it's very extensive to write grants. I think Ms. Adams probably has been involved in writing grants before. And I will tell you this grant It says, what did it say? I had it written down over here. Okay, there are actually 700 learning centers in 140 different school districts in Texas, okay? And we are one of the few in the East Texas area. It's a very competitive grant. People, they write this grant, they try to get this grant, and we were very, very surprised to receive it. I mean, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Now, I know you probably kind of touched a little bit on this. I know that the program has just started, and we've been kind of kidding with each other. We're both not only as the schools, but those who are participating, other agencies like us. We're trying to figure this out.
Yes, absolutely.
and everything. And I know it hasn't been going on very much yet, but how's it been going so far?
It is amazing what we have accomplished in a month. 2 months. We've got 10, we had to hire 10 site coordinators. We had to hire
Wow.
a family engagement specialist. We had to start the application process on trying to, get these applications out for the students and the families
Sure.
who were interested in being involved. All of those were returned, and, we looked at all of those applications, and based on need, it goes back to our goals. The goals of the program. We want to increase their academic gains. We want to increase attendance. We want to help with that positive behavior. So we looked at the whole child. And so, based on the greatest needs, we took as many as we could according to how much staff that we have.
Yeah.
And so, and that leads to, we are roughly around 700 students right now. And that's just over half what we can potentially take. Right now, we are kind of stuck at that number because we are low on staff, and
Sure.
so we are going. We just put out on our website. So if you go to Lufkin ISD's website, you will see there's a couple of jobs there posted. One is for just someone who has a high school diploma who's interested in working. They can work Monday through Friday. They can pick and choose. They can work all 5 days, or they can work 2 or 3 days, whatever works for them. To come in and assist to help supervise the children
Right.
with their activities. There's also another job that's being posted. I'm not sure if it's on there yet, but there will be one for someone who has a college degree who's interested in helping with the tutoring part of it, the academic side of it as well. So, we're hoping that there will be some interest so that we can hire some more staff so that we can start adding more students, because we have a waiting list that is very long of families who would like their children to benefit from this program.
Well, and let me ask you this: are there any special requirements for families to participate in this? I mean, is any child eligible to be part of this program? If the space allows.
Yeah, if the space allows, and it's based on need. But I will let Ms. Anguiano tell you a little bit about what's required of the families once they are in the program.
Okay.
All right. So I like to think of them as opportunities rather than requirements.
Yes.
Because we're trying to build an ecosystem here, I like to think of family engagement as co-creating an ecosystem in which each and every one has a role. So, we think of a bridge as a two-way street, and if we're building an ecosystem, each of us has a role. So we have to pay attention to the whole learning ecology, not just schools alone. And, if you think about it, children are awake for about 6,000 hours a year, and they spend only about 1,000 of those hours in school. So spending the remaining time, 5,000 hours at home and in the community and after school and summer programs. So family engagement takes place across a variety of settings, including homes, schools, and community spaces, libraries, and museums. So we've created opportunities with upcoming events. We asked the parents to participate in 4 events over the school year. Some of them are online, some of them are on the campuses, some of them are in the community. We have events coming up with the Coalition, How to Talk to Your Kids About Substance Abuse. Book Buddies of East Texas is doing a book giveaway with our program this weekend. We have Kurth Memorial Library, and the East Texas Museum is going to be doing workshops with parents. You guys are doing a whole series of events, December through April. Healthy relationships, human trafficking, internet safety, domestic violence, good touch, bad touch, proper discipline, effects of trauma on children. So we've planned these events based on surveys that we've conducted with parents in both English and Spanish during our parent orientation sessions. The parent orientation sessions counted as one of the, let's say, opportunities.
Okay.
One of the opportunities. We also had Lights On After School on October 28th, shining light on after school programs. Parents attended sessions at different schools. And we have the Book Buddies event, and we have lots of different activities coming up over the rest of the year, plus summer camp.
Right.
Yes.
So this is going to go on even this coming summer as
Yes,
well, right?
yes.
So it's not
We
just
will,
you're not just locked in during school time.
Correct. We'll have a summer session that will last about 5 weeks.
Okay.
And it's about 6 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So you mentioned I've heard several agencies mentioned who are helping you guys out, including the Family Crisis Center. What other agencies are helping y'all out with this? Who's all involved?
Yes, definitely the Family Crisis Center. And I would love for you in a minute to tell us exactly what you guys have been doing.
Okay, sure.
How you've been helping us out. But yes, Family Crisis Center, we have ADAC, we have the Coalition, Angelina College. She mentioned Book Buddies earlier, who are giving away free books. The Museum of East Texas, like she mentioned. And, again, we keep saying the sky's the limit. We are constantly looking for creative, new, different programs. If anyone out there is interested in working with us, feel free to reach out, because we want to bring as much to our students as we can. That's going to help the whole child.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us about what the Family Crisis Center. Yeah, you're not getting off the hook.
Okay.
No.
Well, no, and I appreciate, because getting into the schools has been something that I've been wanting to do as the coordinator for our prevention program for quite some time. So this proved to be an excellent opportunity for us to do that. And so, first of all, it's a hoot to talk, because I haven't had that much experience yet with young children, and they're so awesome. They're so open to learning about anything. We do have a new prevention member on staff. His name is Bobby. He's my puppet.
I met Bobby.
And they, oh my gosh, let me tell you, you got to watch out, because if Bobby hugs one child, they all want a hug from Bobby. So, and I felt so bad, because there was one school, we do 2 primary schools every Monday, except for like the 3rd week, I think, where we do 1. So we're at one primary school, but we're kind of done, and we got to pack up, and we got to go to the next school. And it broke my heart almost to leave a lot of these kids, wanting a hug from Bobby. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys, we got to go. So that was really sweet. But we're talking to these kids, like we talked to them about consent. And obviously at that age, we're just introducing the concept of consent, what it means to ask before you borrow something, and before you just run up and give, little children, they love to give hugs, and you kind of talk to them about, well, a lot of people don't like hugs really, and so you might want to ask them before you just run up and give someone a hug, and someone should always ask you before they hug you, and we're going to talk about healthy friendships, and we're going to talk to them obviously on their level. But I think our human trafficking person is going to talk to them about concepts like stranger danger, and we'll probably wind up eventually talking about good touch, bad touch, and things like that. So this has really been great, and it's so funny shifting gears, because that morning I may have been talking very PG-13 to some college students, and then all of a sudden, boy, I got to switch gears, and we're talking to some elementary school kids, and it's so wild to go from one end to the other of the spectrum on what to talk about, to the community. But we've been having a lot of fun. Needless to say, I've been here in Lufkin for several years, and I'm still finding out now where all these schools are at, and going to all of these campuses and everything. So it has been a lot of fun. So I want to talk about, this is a grant-funded project. How long is this grant going to last? How far do you see this program going to?
Okay, so the grant, was $7.5 million, and that is for 5 years. And so what we have to do, there is a student data tracking system that we have to go into, and that's basically how we keep in compliance. We take attendance on there every day. We put in our activities. We put in, they make sure our ratios are in order.
Okay.
They make sure we're doing quality activities, that we have partnerships with people like you guys. And so we are, they are checking on us. We have 3 different QAPs, which are quality assurance process. We have 3 evaluations each year, and they work with us. TEA monitors us and makes sure that we are, doing every single thing that we need to do. And they have been so helpful, and they answer all of our questions. It's been a great process so far.
Yeah.
And so as long as we are, staying in compliance, and we are dotting our I's and crossing our T's and making this the best program that we can make it be, we should be fine for, the 5 years. Now, at the end of the 5 years, you are able to reapply for the grant again. And there are districts out there and different learning centers that have been doing this for 20 years, So depending on what it looks like at the end of the 5 years, if we want to renew the grant, or if we want to take this on as a district on our own, we have that option as well.
Now, is this strictly for primary and elementary?
No,
ages?
It's actually for K through 12 campuses. It is, and it's for Title I schools, and you can apply, up to 12th grade if you want to. Now, each district can only have up to 10 centers. And so it made perfect sense for our district to do our primary and our elementary, because we have 5 and 5, which makes 10. So we can only go up to 10.
Okay.
Yeah. But our middle school and high school, they offer so many other, things on those campuses. We want to catch them early. We want to catch them young. We want to catch them when they're still developing and when we can really make a difference. So that's why we chose to.
Well, and I think with what we do as the Family Crisis Center and the education that we put forth out there, I think that's the key. I think the earlier, the better to start making an impact on these kids. You may have kind of touched on this. You were talking about the grant compliance. Obviously, I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of measurement, or there is a measurement in place to kind of monitor the success of this.
We had goals in our grant that we wrote that we have to reach certain percentages, and they track the data. TEA will be looking at our STAR scores, for academics. They'll be tracking our attendance logs to see if we're making a positive difference there. So yes, there are measures set in place that they will be checking on us to make sure that we are reaching those goals.
Sure. Okay. Well, guys, is there anything about the program that we haven't touched on that you want to make sure that our audience knows about, or that we know about? Have we done pretty good with this?
I think so. I think the main takeaway here is that we do need some more employees to help with the program, and that way we can sign up some more children. And then also just continue to let us know if you've got ideas out there for the students in the afternoon. We're looking for creative, interactive activities for the students. So this is a great platform for us to mention that and let people know they can help us out.
Great. Well, thank y'all so much for coming by. I know I mentioned this to Mary Gail a few weeks ago, and she seemed on board with it. So I'm so glad that every one of y'all had the chance to come and talk to us.
Well, thank you for having us. And we really appreciate the Family Crisis Center and helping us out with our program, and it is definitely enhancing.
So, again, on the show today, Sheila Adams is the Executive Director of Communications for Lufkin ISD. Also, Mary Gail McCarty, the Project Director for the ACE program. Okay, Tamara, I'm going to give another shot at this. Tamara Anguiano. Okay, thank you. All right, I thought it so bad. The family engagement specialist for Lufkin ISD. And again, if you think you may want to take a part in this, you can go to the Lufkin ISD website. That's LufkinISD.org at their job listings. And if you'd like more information on this program, you can get in touch with Lufkin ISD. And if you have a question about anything that we've talked about today, you can email us at conversationsandconnections@fccet.com. And if you feel like you need our services, if you feel like you need the Family Crisis Center services for anything going on in your life, we do have a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week hotline. That number is 1-800-828-7233. And be sure to subscribe to Conversations and Connections. You can do that via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and pretty much every podcast service of your choice. And remember, as always, be the voice, if not for you, for someone else.